Hello, I'm Kevin Watler, and this is your CMR Daily Buzz. A trial to remove a large influx of sargassum stranded in the North Sound using a pumping system came to an end on Monday after the level of seaweed decomposition made continued removal efforts impractical. Ministry of Sustainability and Climate Resiliency Chief Officer Jennifer Ahern said lessons learned from the trial will inform future removal efforts and a longer-term national response plan. The trial removed nearly 3,000 square feet of seaweed. The Cayman Islands Hospital Accident and Emergency Walk-in entrance will be temporarily relocated through the front atrium entrance starting on Wednesday, August 3rd, to facilitate resurfacing of the parking lot. The repaving project will take approximately 2 weeks to complete. Accident and emergency patients are advised to use the 2 parking areas at the front of the hospital. Signage will also be in place to direct patients. With the Caribbean Examination Council's release of examination results expected to be delayed, tertiary institutions have agreed to accept students into their respective programs based on the recommendations of schools approved by the Department of Education Services. This reduces the risk of the CXC release of examination results impacting students beginning tertiary or A-level studies in the academic year 2022 and 2023. Now, students will pursue an associate or A-level programs of their choosing based on the predicted grades and teacher-assessed grades. They will start their local tertiary program on the prescribed start dates as determined by the institutions. The International College of the Cayman Islands has announced that the Cayman Islands government has extended the percentage of student scholarships from 80% to 100% for qualifying students. For students attending ICCI, this means they will no longer need to find the funds to cover the 20% gap as in previous years. According to ICCI, the fall term will see several new and exciting programs, including classes on artificial intelligence, organizational leadership, sustainable agriculture and horticulture, community health, and sustainable tourism and hospitality management. Police continue to look for Luisto Eusebio Hernandez in relation to firearm offenses. He is considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. If seen, call 911 immediately. The search is still on for 2 missing men. 53-year-old Noel Paul Manning has been missing since June 24th, and 26-year-old Adrian Williamson has been missing since July 6th. Now you are asked to contact your nearest police station if you see them. Anonymous tips can be provided directly to the RCIPS via their confidential tip line at 949-7777 or via their website. Now for a Storm Ready Cayman update, which is brought to you by Home Gas. It's been a month since Tropical Storm Colin popped up off the coast of South Carolina, which was an unwelcome guest to the 4th of July weekend. Since then, while there have been tropical waves popping up in the Atlantic and Caribbean, the tropics have been quiet, and today is no exception. As it keeps an eye on 3 tropical waves, the National Hurricane Center echoed the same words that have appeared a whole lot over the past month. No new tropical cyclones are expected during the next 5 days. According to hurricane expert Dr. Philip Klossbach, there have been 4 occasions in the past 30 years when the Atlantic had no named storms between July 3rd and August 3rd. Now, part of the reason tropical activity has been quiet in the Atlantic Basin, especially compared to the Pacific, is the presence of the Saharan dust in the atmosphere. The warmth, dryness, and strong winds associated with the dust clouds have shown to suppress or weaken tropical cyclones. Now, there have been 3 named storms in the Atlantic so far this year, with the next named storm to be Danielle. More information on each of these stories can be found at CaymanMallRoad.com. Now for your CMR weather update, which is brought to you by WG Charters. Sunrise at 6:02, intervals of clouds and sunshine. The temperature rises to the high 80s, but it will feel much hotter than that. When the high temperature is at 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the relative humidity is at 73%, like the forecast calls for, the temperature will feel around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The winds east-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and then the sun sets at 7 o'clock. Now, when it cools at nighttime, the temperature falls to the low 80s. Looking forward, similar weather conditions are expected. It's summertime, so those hot days and warm nights and scattered showers are very typical for this time of year. CMR weather updates are brought to you by WG Charters. They offer private boat trips for a great price, so we encourage you to support them. Now for some regional and international news. A Jamaican policeman who was arrested by the Jamaica Constabulary Force in the disappearance of his girlfriend has been charged with murder. Noel Maitland was charged with the murder of Donnelly Donaldson, who was reported missing on July 13th. Maitland reportedly picked up Donaldson in a black BMW motorcar at her home to spend the night with him at an apartment located in Chelsea Manor on July 11th. He said she left his apartment the following morning, however her family has not seen or heard from her. Family members theorize she never left the apartment but was killed by the policeman and a policewoman who is also in a relationship with Maitland. Now, police have since said there was no evidence tying the policewoman to Donaldson's disappearance. Donaldson's body has not been found. 2 years after then-President Donald Trump said he would ban TikTok in the United States through an executive order, the short-form video platform is once again under scrutiny in Washington, and the underlying issues remain largely the same. TikTok's ties to China through its parent company. A growing number of U.S. lawmakers are calling for the Biden administration to take action against TikTok, citing apparent national security and data privacy concerns. The criticism stems from a BuzzFeed news report in June that said some U.S. user data has been repeatedly accessed from China. The reporting cited leaked audio recordings of dozens of internal TikTok meetings, including one where a TikTok employee allegedly said everything is seen in China. China has branded a landmark visit to Taiwan by U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi as extremely dangerous. It accused Pelosi, the most senior U.S. politician in 25 years, to visit the island China claims as its own, of playing with fire. Pelosi said her visit honors America's unwavering commitment to supporting Taiwan's vibrant democracy and did not contradict U.S. policy. As her plane touched down, Chinese state media reported its military jets were crossing the Taiwan Strait. Now, Taiwan denied those reports at the time, but later said that more than 20 Chinese military planes had entered its air defense zone on Tuesday. China, which sees Taiwan as a breakaway province which it will one day reunite with, has previously warned its armed forces will not stand idly by. That's it for now on the Daily Buzz. Thanks for joining me. Please stay safe and God bless.